Let's make this interactive, you guys. Joy, welcome. Glad you're here. Appreciate seeing you today on our team meeting. It's awesome. You left early though, so you missed some good points. Make sure you go back and watch the video. But guys, how do you know when someone's ready to transact? What does that look like? Frankie, love seeing you here, brother. You've got to have them being willing to move forward with the next steps. If they're not willing to move forward with the next steps, the transaction is no good, right? Just reading some of the comments here. But bottom line is, I think Tony's going to jump on here with us. All right. That's what I like seeing. Tony, welcome. Get on here with us. Justin, welcome, brother. But trying to get Tony on here. Guys, remember, be patient with me. I am the least techie. There's Tony. Dude, welcome, brother. Excited to see you. So tell me.
This morning.
Yeah, you did miss us this morning. Tell us, you're in Brazil right now, right?
Well, actually, I got in last night.
Oh, you're back.
Just
back in the U.S. No sleep. I love it. So tell me how you know someone's ready to transact, Tony.
Well, typically it's because they're engaging with me. So if I ask them that if now's a good time to look at their home, they'll invite me in.
Okay.
But I'm running into a lot of I would say these lukewarm sellers that they're engaging with me, but when it comes down to like you were saying, taking that next step, that creating that sense of urgency is probably where I'm struggling the most.
So let's talk through it. I mean, what is that step? Have you gone through all of the questions? And in your market, you're in Cali, right? He's froze. What is the step that you know they're going to take in order for them to move forward? For me, I'm always looking for the sell through the buy. So what does that mean? I want them to start looking at homes. I want them to start engaging with me in real estate. I want them to start showing me their interest. So that means, what is their main purpose of moving? Are they upgrading? Are they downgrading? How's that going to benefit their lives? We've already gone through a lot of this. They've thought of this. Now, can you send me some homes that you feel like would fit what you're trying to do? Now, remember, when you first knock on the door, most people are going to tell you they're not ready to sell. They're not ready to buy. Or they're going to have a reason. Now, you've got to go through and solve all of those problems. And you do it all through questions. So once you go through and solve all of those problems, that is when you can start going into committing them and finding out how solid they are as a lead and what they're going to do for a next step. Does that make sense? So if I had someone that was able to get their, but you really got to get into a community where, people are saying, yeah, we want to move. We understand that now is the best time. After talking to you, Duane, you've helped us understand that now is the best time for us to move. And then they're willing to take that next step. So I'm not going to spend any time with anybody that's not willing to take that next step, which is sending me houses, agreeing to work with my showing assistant, and agreeing to move forward. We lost all of our guys on Instagram. They're coming back though. So hit me up with questions. Is that all making sense to you guys on YouTube? What things are you seeing that's keeping you from putting people under contract today? This time I'm going to be here for about 45 minutes with you guys today. I want to answer any questions you're having. The biggest thing that I'm seeing right now is real estate agents are not producing at the levels they need to be. And there's a reason. So you've got to get to where you are pushing forward and connecting with people left and right. And that means upping your percentages. That means being confident in what you do. That means knowing that you're worth a buyer agent commission. That means there's so many things this means. But a lot of real estate agents right now have no clue what they're going to do the rest of the year. They haven't planned it out. They haven't thought through it. And therefore, because they haven't planned for success, they're not getting any success whatsoever. So what are you guys doing right now to build your business, to make it to where you are connecting with your clients, to where you're hitting your goals and not looking back? So hit me up with some questions. I'm trying to get this Instagram live to work, and it's on the struggle bus. So we're going to see if I can get it on Wi-Fi. But I want to see some questions from you guys that I can help you to overcome and kind of build up your real estate business to the level it needs to be. Let me ask you this, guys. How many of you guys are on social media? How many of you guys are spending time on social media? What are you doing for your social media? How does that look? And when should you be doing social media? You guys think that, hey, Duane just does door-to-door sales and that's all he's doing. But in reality, we're not. We're doing a lot more than that. We are getting engaged in a lot of different avenues, and we're helping people through social media in the mornings and then getting live with people in the afternoon, door to door. So guys, it's important for you to be building every dynamic so you're connecting with people. Jeremy just had somebody that he did an ad on for a cabin that he's selling, and he brought in 2 California buyers, double-sided the deal, all because he was using social media to be able to get them to that next step. So big things. What should you be posting on social media? Any idea? You should be posting anything that is going to help add value to your clients and help them be able to trust you as a real estate agent and want to do more business with you. So that's huge. That's huge. You've got to make sure that people are trusting you, that you're gaining their trust, and that you're able to really give them value, because sales is a transfer of energy. That's it. So are you confident enough that you know you're going to be able to help them in a way that's going to save them a ton of money? So guys, hit me up with some of the questions. NAR settlement, that's been a huge one. And if you can't provide your value and you don't feel like you're worth it, you're not going to get paid. I'm going to tell you that right now. You've got to provide your value. You've got to be able to make sure that you are showing people that they need you as an agent and that you can negotiate for them. You can help save them more money than what they're going to pay. And in reality, most people are not going to end up paying. Today, I wrote an offer, got it under contract. I was able to get the buyer to pay the seller to pay 2.5% of my commission, and the buyer paid 0.5%. Boom, done. Is there any reason why we still won't get 3%? The only reason you won't get 3% at this point is if you do not trust the process, you do not do what you're supposed to do, and you're not confident in gaining that trust. Okay, hit me up with some questions, guys. I'd love to see what you're struggling with. We're live. Mira, welcome on Instagram. Guys, what are some of the things you're seeing right now in your market that's causing you to struggle with your real estate business? Hit me up with those questions. And then I want to tell you guys, we're doing some stuff for social media that could really boost your business. I'm going to put a link on here for a social media event that we're doing here in a couple weeks, but this is huge. I've spent easily over $20,000 in building out our social media campaigns, with learning how to do intros and outros, learning how to help people to build a bigger business. I just put that in the chat. You guys will see that Eventbrite link, but feel free to click on that and get signed up. The other course that I'm going to do, and this is going to be a Zoom course, we're going to get into the weeds of how to sell 10 homes a month, what it looks like, and how to help you get 50 sales a year So that's going to go in the chat right now as well. So make sure that you look at these events, because really these could definitely change your life as you start building a bigger real estate business. I've got no comments, guys. What things are you guys struggling with as real estate agents? Bachi, welcome, brother. I didn't see you on the coaching call Tuesday. What things are you struggling with in your markets that's impeding you from hitting 50 homes sales a year? Every one of you guys should be selling 50 homes plus a year. There's no excuses, no reason why. It should be 50 plus a year, which is really 2 people you're closing each month, and then getting them to buy and sell with you, which turns into 4 transactions per client or per month, which is then 48 transactions a year. So you've got to have that mindset. You've got to know that you can do that and get out there and do it. Bachi, join our call, dude. Let's do a role play together. And Michael is up in Canada. He's doing a great job as a real estate agent. But one thing you've got to remember, the biggest thing is mindset and determination to hit your goals and build to the next level. And if you're not doing that and you're not forecasting what you should be selling, if you're not spending the time to read books and get better, if you're not recording yourself and listening to your recordings, you need someone to help you. You need someone that can dive in and get you where you need to be. It's the best money you'll ever spend. I got some comments coming through on Instagram. Thank you. After the pitch of saving X amount of money on or make a grundle of money, what do we say? Keith, we ought to jump on a call. Hey, Bachi just put a $3 million under contract today. That's fabulous, brother. I guess that almost gets you out of making it to our coaching call this week. Thanks for commenting. But Keith, I'd love to get you on a call. When you get people that are saying that you can save them a grundle of money, how are we doing that? Let's walk through it. Keith, I find challenges there. Keith, I'd love to get you on a call. Add yourself to this video and let's role play it. That's what I'd love to see. So the biggest thing you need to do is you need to explain to them how they're going to save a grundle of money, but you've got to help them understand it themselves. You can't just say, oh, you're going to save a ton of money, you should do this now, and have them dive in and want to do it right now with you. They've got to understand it themselves. Keith, are you at a point where you can role play this? I'll be the agent. I won't even pick on you. So if you can add yourself just by clicking that camera with the plus button at the bottom, that'll bring you live on and we'll walk through it. And I'll teach you how to help them understand. I only got my AirPods at a meeting, so I can't jump on a call right now. So, okay. So here's what you want to do. You're going to ask them the questions. What do you think the real estate market's going to do? Go up or down? 99% of the time, they're going to tell you the market's going to go up. Okay. Why is the market going to go up? They're going to tell you all the reasons they feel like the market's going to go up to justify the response of it's going to go up. Okay. Now you can ask them a couple questions. You've got to take them a few different directions. How much is the market going to go up? In each of your areas, you guys should know what your average appreciation was last year. You also need to know the timeline. So when you ask them, is this your forever home? And they say, no, it's not. Cool. When do you think you're going to make that next move? They're going to tell you a year, 5 years, 10 years, 6 months. So now you're going to tie in all of your related questions to that time frame. Don't be generic, be specific. So when they say, hey, we want to move in a year, cool. Let me ask you this. How much do you know about the real estate market? I don't know, not very much. What do you think the market's going to do over the next year? Do you feel like it's going to go up or down? They're going to say up or down. And if they say down, ask them why. And in our market across the United States with an 8% interest rate, how much did our prices really drop? Prices didn't drop. And you can help them understand that. But if they say up, and that's what most people are going to say, then ask them the following questions. Why do you feel like it's going to go up? They're going to respond, oh, if interest rates are going to come down, or there's still a lot of supply and demand. You guys should have a lot of statistical data. How many people like you are smart sitting on the sidelines waiting for those interest rates to drop? A lot of people are going to say a lot. So when the interest rates come down, what do you think is going to happen to home prices? Can you remember back when we had 2 and 3%, 4% interest rates? How many homes were getting multiple offers? And how much were they paying above list price? So if people are paying $50,000 above list price, it's a lot of money, right? Now, let's say the market doesn't go into a multiple offer situation. How much did we increase just this last year? And then give your for your market. If it's 6%, cool. What purchase price of home are you looking at buying? So if they tell you a $700,000 home, a $500,000 home, use that margin of what your average interest rate is going up. So it's 7%. You're going to say, so 7% of 500,000, how much is that increased over the last year? And you're going to help them understand that's $35,000. So right now in our market, where there's not multiple offers, it's going to go up over $35,000 over the next year as we wait. Now, what do you feel like would happen with interest rates? Are interest rates going to go up or down? Well, everybody knows there's been 2 announcements that rates are going to come down. What happens when rates go down? What does that do to home prices? So at that point, you can then start explaining home prices are going to shoot up. So if you're in a buyer's market, talk to them about a buyer's market. What is entailed in a buyer's market? How long are homes sitting on the market? Can you offer below list price? Can you get them to pay your closing costs? Now, if you're in a seller's market, because there's plenty in our coaching program and on our team that are in seller's market right now. Now, we can't get them to pay closing costs. We can't really reduce the purchase price. But if we wait and interest rates drop, how much higher is our home prices going to go? And how much would that cost you to wait? These are the things you have to help your clients walk through. Because even in a seller's market right now, like PA, New York, some of those areas that we have clients in, they're already seeing multiple offers. And if they're already seeing multiple offers right now, what is that going to look like as rates come back down if they end up bringing them down, which they're projecting, which nobody knows? So great question. Hopefully that helps you, Keith. I'd love to role play that with you, because when I've got a live person on the other end, I can feed off their answers. That's why I always tell people there's not a script out there that I can just say works on every person. I've got to get the other person to interact with me so that I know how to walk them through the process. So Keith said, big time, thank you. Keith, what were some of the standout points that you caught from the questions I asked? Type that in, and maybe that's helpful for others as well. Guys on YouTube, hit me up with some questions. Any other questions that I can answer for you guys that will help you to navigate this real estate market right now to build your business? Anybody on Instagram, if you guys want the links for the door-to-door seminar, or for the sell 10 homes a month seminar, and also for our social media seminar, just text me. I'm going to give you my phone number right now. It's 801-243-4544. So make sure you call me, reach out to me. I'd love to chat with any of you guys and answer any personal questions if you're too shy to jump on line and ask them. Evan, thank you for the comment. Some people say they're waiting for the market to crash like it did in 2008 and for prices to drop. So here's what we're going to ask. We're just going to say, what makes you think the market's going to crash? Okay, next question. What caused the market to crash in 2008? How many buyers are still waiting on the sidelines for homes right now at this point? What triggers a real estate transaction? What are some of the major reasons people buy real estate? Marriages, which there were over 7 million marriages last year. There was over 50 million people that changed jobs last year, which triggers a real estate transaction. There were millions of babies born last year, which triggers a real estate transaction. Divorces, another one. These are all things that trigger real estate transactions. Okay. With an 8% interest rate, why didn't our market crash? What reason? I mean, there's no reason at all why our market did come down if we were at 8%. Home prices still have stayed the same. So what makes you think, or what do you think? What would cause it to come down? And then listen to what they say, Evan. Listen to what they tell you, and then come up with other questions that are going to guide them through the process. So Evan, if you want to jump on Instagram, I can bring you on live and we can chat through this. Keith said, asking where they think the market is headed and why, putting homeowners in the mindset of buying. That, Keith, that's one of the biggest things you can do, because the minute they start looking at new and shiny and want to buy, that is when they start making a lot of money. One of my agents just sent me a audio. Let me see if I can pull that up for you guys, and we can go through this live on YouTube and help you see some of the things that he's doing that might help you guys as well. Find this here. Going through live audio, you guys, is so helpful because it gets you to be able to really focus on what you're saying and listening. Just pulling this up, guys, 2 seconds, and we'll get to the heart of this. Okay, here we go. Can you guys hear this? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear it. So this looks like a person he went back to and re-knocked on the door. I'll fast forward a little bit so we can get to where he's actually speaking.
How are you?
Good.
Hey, Tom, I don't know if you remember me. My name is
I do
Dave.
remember you have your card at my desk.
Oh, very good. Okay.
So I was going to give you a call when we're ready.
Oh, perfect. Okay. I was just popping by. I was just getting done for the daytime, so I figured just swing by. Just wanted to say hi and just wanted to see how you guys were doing.
Thank you very much. Yeah, definitely have your card there.
Okay. Would you say, Tom, I mean, I know when we spoke
Probably
last,
another 6 months.
we still got some time. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Think a little bit more in the future then? Okay. Would you say, Tom, any specifics? I know you guys were thinking about downsizing though, right? In
You are
terms of,
downsizing, yes.
yeah.
One floor living.
So one thing you can catch right off the bat from this one, he's a re-knock, so you're going to have a very short fuse, okay? He's not going to want to spend a lot of time with you. You can catch just from the tonality of his voice how quickly he's saying, hey, man, I got your card. I don't want to talk to you. Let's get lost, right? And he's still pushing further. He's still trying fast. You've got to remember to read the body language of the person around you, and then you have to be able to capture that interest quick, okay? What are some phrases that he would need to use right there to be able to capture that interest to get that guy to want to talk to him more? Because right now, this guy does not want to talk to him. I'm going to rewind this just a bit. Listen to the tonality of his voice, and how are you going to capture this guy?
We still got some time? Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Think a little bit more in the future then? Okay. Would you say, Tom, any specifics? I know you guys were thinking about downsizing though, right? In
You are
terms of,
downsizing, yes.
yeah.
One floor living.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Would you like me, Tom, in terms of like dropping anything off to you guys yet? Like, are you starting to kind of look I know you said Lyndhurst, you wanted to kind of try to stay though, right?
Right, yeah. Not yet. I'm just trying to get rid of everything first.
Oh, okay.
So there's the thing. Right now, he's literally diving into this, and he's not grabbing the guy's feelers. He's just like, do you want me to drop something back? He's literally just trying to throw feelers out there to grasp anything, but he's not got any hooks. What are some hooks he could use? What's changes in the market have we seen? Hey, Tom, I don't know if you noticed, but there's going to be some changes in interest rates over the next few weeks. What is that going to do for you as far as purchase power? How do you think that's going to affect the market? That's the main reason I'm stopping back by. Have you heard about the announcements? Waiting 6 months, like we talked about earlier, could cost you a lot of money. In New Jersey, this is a seller's market. So how could it cost you a lot of money? So let's talk through it. Notice how that's a hook that would pull that person in, and then you could start asking them questions. By just popping back by and saying, hey, I dropped your card off. I just want to follow up and see how you're doing. Without a purpose or an agenda, it's going to be hard to grab this guy and get them to move forward. Listen some more.
Yeah. All right, do you want me to pop back, Tom? You know, maybe come by in like 3 months from now, just to kind of give you some more time? Okay. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Good seeing you.
You too.
Thank you. Take care.
So he had to end the conversation because he had nobody to talk to. No reason to stay at the door. He had no hooks. He had no ability to grab that person and get their interest because he didn't bring any information that's going to help him to close. Here's another one. Got the doorbell. See why it's so important to record, you guys.
Hi, how you doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
Doing good. My name is Sal with eXp Realty.
Okay.
Did any of the neighbors mention I was going to stop by?
No.
No problem. Have you guys ever thought about buying or selling?
I have thought about it every so often, but I really have no place else that I want to be right now.
Got it.
Yeah, there aren't any other houses or any developments that I'd like to be in, so I'm, happy staying here.
Okay, pause. Right there. What are some of the key phrases that he said right there that can allow you to hone in on to Ty? He said, so I've thought about it from time to time. Right there, I'm going to ask, so what made you think of it? What changes would you like to make to your house? Okay. Because he brought it up that he's thought about it from time to time, but he's saying, no, I don't want to do it. So I want to re-spark that excitement about why he did think about it in the first place. And I don't do that on everybody, but in this situation where they're saying, yeah, not right now, and we've thought about it, but we're fine just staying here, the excitement to move is dead. So I've got to regenerate that excitement.
Got it. Is that the only thing that's kind of holding you back? I mean, what thoughts have you had?
I look every so often, but I have a pretty extensive garden out back, so leaving that would be kind of hard for me to do because I've spent a long time, doing that. So I think I'm probably content staying here.
Okay.
Yep.
What development are you looking to buy in?
I am not looking to be in a development.
Did you catch that? So here he's talking about his garden. There was no interaction with the garden. I just say, oh, gardens are awesome. I love fresh tomatoes, whatever you need to say. So if there's an ability for us to find you a place where you can have a massive garden, even a bigger garden than what you've got, and accomplish some of the other goals you were looking at accomplishing when you were looking at homes, is it something you would consider? Okay, so you've got to engage and connect on a like frame of where they're at so that they will continue with you. Jeremy Davis, welcome, brother. About to get you on here. You got to join me live.
I'm not thrilled with having to pay homeowners association fees, and we've had some problems here. So I just joined the board to try to get my understanding of what's going on here and try to keep it from getting any worse.
Got it.
Yeah.
So right now he's saying he hates HOAs, blah blah blah. And once again, another thing that you can bring up in the future to talk about getting him a bigger piece out of a subdivision that has HOAs and help connect with them. But you got to start formulating questions that are then going to help them to move to the next steps.
I'm not thrilled with homeowners fees. I would never live in an association again.
Got it. So if I can, and where are you possibly looking to move into?
Well, I've looked in this area. Yeah, I like Clifton Park.
Okay.
Backroom. I like Niskayuna area, but taxes are so high. Our taxes are very good up here, so I would probably do that.
Got it. So if I can help you find a home in Clifton Park, Half Moon area, possibly even something that has a hit the market, would you guys consider?
I might, I might, but I have a realtor that I work with.
Nice.
So I've known him for years, so he just sends me information whenever he finds something that he thinks that so I probably would stick with him.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Is he full-time or part-time?
Full-time.
Nice.
So now we just went from, hey, I kind of looking, but I'm not really, but if I moved, I would use a realtor. So now we're getting another smoke screen, another list of objections coming up. Let's see how Saad fields through this, and then let's talk about it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Have you ever done any business with him?
No, I haven't. I know that he was one of the people who sold the house next door,
Mm-hmm.
but no, I haven't bought a house with him at all.
I see. Do you know how much production he does a year?
I really don't.
Okay.
I don't.
The reason I'm asking is because whether you use your friend here myself or any other realtor,
Right.
you do possibly plan to sell, right, in the future?
I really don't know. I mean,
Right.
it's just one of those things. Every so often I look, but I'm not really that serious about it. Or I would.
So right now, I want you to stop and think. He's into this conversation about 4 minutes at this point. Is there anything that they have connected on? Is there anything that's causing this guy to think about moving now? Have they talked about any strategies or reasons why, if he's going to do it, that now is going to be the best time? These are the type of things you need to go look at, because you have to catch their interest. At this point, I don't even think the other real estate agent is even a question. He's just trying to get him off the door, because they have not built a connection, a relationship, a reason why he should be there. So you have to connect with that person in a way that they are interested. And he hasn't done that yet. So what are some of the ways that we could connect with this person? Do they know how much they would save by doing it sooner? Do they understand where the market's going? Do they understand interest rates? Do they understand that now may be one of the best times for them to get into that forever home? Is it his forever home? We don't even know that because we didn't ask. So all of these questions have to be figured out, and you've got to be able to spark interest somewhere, because right now, I mean, we're just struggling to get past that point. So you've got to connect. Let's see how he tries to pull this connection in.
I've been here for 30 years, so I probably would not really, unless something really came along that I really liked that I wanted to go into. I really don't like the idea of having a mortgage again. So,
Right.
So I'm pretty content here.
Got it. So is this place paid off?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And do you know what homes are selling for in this area? And
Yeah, well, there's a home across the street that sold for about it was 295 or two,
Right.
but it was about 300.
Yeah.
So that's about what they're,
So one thing you need to look at, you guys, as you go through this, people are going to tell you everything you need to know. And as this continues to move forward, is this person even engaging? He's like, oh, I own the home. It would have to be something super, super special for me to be able to move. Guys, this may not be your client. And it may not be something realistic that you can find for them. Hey, I want a house on 2 acres at this price point, when homes around it are selling at a way higher price point than that. So if it's not realistic to get them what they need to get, you guys, burn that door. Burn that door and go to the next one. Okay? Don't spend time with people that aren't going to get to the point where they will transact. And he's still pushing this. Oh, so it's paid for. I'm going to talk about equity. I'm going to talk about, how much you could sell it for, all of these different things. But is that going to matter if the guy does not want to sell? No, it's not. It's really not.
they're going from anywhere from 250 to 300.
Right. And what size home are you looking for next?
I really like the size that I have. It's not, maybe another bedroom. I have 2 bedrooms. I'd like probably 3 bedrooms.
3 bedrooms, maybe 2 baths?
Right.
Right. So if I could help you find a 3-bedroom, 2-bath in Clifton Park, Half Moon area,
Mm-hmm.
possibly something that hasn't even hit the market, would that be something that would be enticing to you?
It might be. It would be something I could think about. Do you have a card?
I do.
Why don't you give me a card? I'll think about it a little bit, maybe send you some information and, have you look.
The reason I'm asking is,
So in reality, if he gives him the card, is he going to hear from him? No. They're going to throw the card in the garbage. They're done. Okay? So make sure you engage them long before. The guy was being crazy courteous, gave him 6.5 minutes. But there was no closes, no reason that client ever started to engage with the agent or wanted to learn more or was even at all caught up in the moment or interested. So guys, make sure you're engaging. Make sure you have that connection with clients and you do it quickly. And if you're not getting connection right away, it's probably something you're doing that you've got to fix. And that's part of your pitch. How many of you guys are recording yourself every day? If you're not recording yourself, get it done. That will help you a ton to go back and listen to everything. Rachel, welcome, dude. It's been a long time since we've seen you. Rachel is out in California and she's killing. Rachel, how many homes have you sold so far? Brand new agent. Cool. She's got 2 homes and 2 listings. And she's been an agent for only a short period of time. That's amazing. Great job, Rachel. And her market, her price point's over $1 million. So Rachel is making great money as a brand new agent, and she's following a lot of the stuff we're teaching. So we have a scripts course that we go through, and we're role playing twice a day. We're role playing the scripts. There's about 30 to 40 people on that role play group, and it's amazing 5 days a week how many people have improved and what they're selling. Saw the guy we just went through that video on, has 9 under contract right now. He had 2 closings last week, but absolutely killing it. Jager Monster said, heck yeah. The best of you, Rachel. So that's fabulous. But Rachel's done a lot of role plays with us and is part of our role play group. And so guys, engage, do the things you need to do. I'd love questions. What are you guys struggling with? Rachel just said, join the group. It pays off like no other. And so that's crazy. How much were your price points, Rachel? Did you hit the $1 million mark on both of those plus? And guys, those are harder homes to sell. So, make sure that you're investing in yourself so that you can get out there and make the money you need to make to get to that next level. And in reality, there's no reason why you're not putting someone under contract every week. So Rachel, I'm going to be holding you to that. They're a $700,000 price point. So dang it, you only made $42,000 instead of $60,000. Shame on you. That's not a good living in 2 months. That's a great living, guys. Come on. So if you're not hitting your goals and you're not making great money out there, there's a reason. There's something you need to fix. There's something you need to change. There's education you need to get. Make sure you sign up for that social media course and how to sell 10 homes a month, or how to sell 50 homes a year, Sell 10 homes a month. You can do that too. But make sure you sign up for those courses. That will definitely help you build your business. What other questions you guys have? I've got about 8 more minutes I'm going to spend with you guys unless we get more questions. What questions do you have that I can help boost your business and help get you to that next level? What has been something beneficial you've used from my channel that has helped you close more real estate? Rachel, I knew you'd come up with something good. She's having a hard time sticking with it on doors when people seem not stoked to have me on their doorstep. Rachel, I'm going to give you a book. You ready? I want you to read this book. Write it down. Positive thinking changes everything. Okay? Go binge read this. Go get it on audio. It's short, but go read it. It's about a baseball player. And it's honestly goes through mindset. And the only reason you're having a hard time sticking on doors, Rachel, is because your mindset feels like you're a burden to people and that they don't want you there. But when your mindset shifts to the fact that you just got to know, that means a yes is coming, and that you are the very best person to be on the door, and there's no better real estate agent out there, and that they need you more so than anything else to knock on their door and tell them what the real estate market's going to do and what could happen to the real estate market with the elections and with interest rates and with the market. What has happened over the last year with interest rates being up as high as 8%? What are they projected to do? How is that going to affect them? Rachel, that is what they need to know. And you need, more so than anybody, to believe that. And if you believe that, it makes those doors fabulous, to the point when when I was knocking doors and people did not receive me and hear the information, I felt sorry for them. I'm like, good crap. You guys just missed out on some of the best information you ever could have had because you needed me at that point. You needed me to talk to you about real estate. This is not your forever home. And guess what, guys? If you don't take advantage of the situation and move sooner, there's a good chance that you're never going to get into your forever home. So shame on you for not talking to me today. That is the mindset you need to get into. So Rachel, shift that, read that book. Rachel says, I love your energy. Sometimes I think about your vibe when I'm on doors and try to embody that positivity. In reality, you should have that because it is so easy to portray it. And the minute, Rachel, you start to struggle with your self-confidence, the minute you start to get down because you've had people be mean or not stoked because you're there and you let that be absorbed in you, guess what you look like when you answer the door? Come on, just talk to me. And people can read it. And when they do that, guess what, guys? That is when you're not going to sell regardless of what you're doing. So listen to your enthusiasm, listen to where you're at, listen to, your recordings. You can hear the tonalities in your voice. Are you selling yourself? If you were at that door and you're listening to yourself, do you sound jacked to be on the door? Do you sound like it's exactly what you need to be doing? And if it's not, change it before you go to the next door. So Rachel says, okay, thank you. Yes, I do believe that this is the best time to buy. I just give up on the questions quicker on the doors than I do in a role play group. It's hard, but I am super committed. Rachel, the people in the role play group are harder than the people on the door because they do not even know how to counteract you. So build that confidence up. And heck, I'll role play with you and I'll beat you up some more so that when you get on doors, you're just like, oh my gosh, Duane is the hardest human on the planet to get around. And he comes up with all kinds of different angles that only he would know because he's knocked over hundreds of thousands of doors. And give me somebody else, man. Give me somebody else. When you can get that committed, it'll get to where the doors are just super, super easy. Super easy. Eric, welcome back. Eric's been part of our program. Sounds like he just did a couple deals. So that's fabulous. Good to see you, brother. Love to chat with you more about your success and what you're doing. All right, guys, what other questions do you have? Oh, Eric asked, what is a realistic number of doors you should hit before you get a deal? That's different for every person. Jeff out in Atlanta, since he joined our program, within 3 days, he had picked up his first deal. Other people, Andy out in New York, took him 3 months, but he had a $1 million deal that he picked up from real estate within 3 months, door to door. Rachel, she's doing door to door right now, brand new agent. She's sharp though, guys. This girl's sharp. She's done 2 deals at $700,000 price point in the last 2 months as a brand new rookie agent. So if rookie agents are going out there and selling every month, and we're going to get Rachel to where she's selling 5+ a month. But bottom line is, if people are doing it every month, why aren't you? And that speaks directly to you, Eric. You should be selling every month, multiple deals per month. There's no reason why you're not selling 4 a month. I think that's the bare minimum. And I tell people this all the time. A blind squirrel could find that nut. Truly believe it. A blind squirrel could sell 4 homes a month. So if you're not selling that and you're not making that kind of money, you've got to make some changes to your business. Eric said, I know every situation is different, but when you know that you are doing 500 doors to 1 deal, I'm going to be ridiculous to you guys, but I got to the point where I was closing every 7 doors that I talked to. Every 7 people that I talked to, I pick up a transaction. So you're not going to start that high. And guess what? You're not going to know your numbers until you get on the doors and really focus, and then you improve. And that starts with not being okay with just knocking, 250 contacts a week. That starts with not being okay with, hey, I found success because I'm showing a home. Guys, that's what you should be doing, is showing homes. That's what you should be doing, is having listing appointments. That is what your job is. So don't count that as a win. Now you're finally doing your job if you have listing appointments and you have people looking at houses. You don't get a win until you have people under contract and you're getting paid. Those are the successes. So quit looking at stuff as, oh my gosh, I picked up a client that wants to look at houses. That's a golf clap, people. That's what you should be doing. And until you're doing that consistently and you've got 15 to 20 people looking at houses, you've got to get out there and contact some more, and you've got to get in front of more people. That is what you've got to start focusing on, rather than focusing on, oh my gosh, I've got a whole bunch of clients. That's not a win. The win is when you get a whole bunch of clients under contract. And it's not that hard to do. I've had over 40 people under contract at one time. So I don't want to hear any excuses of, oh my gosh, I have 3 under contract and I'm so overwhelmed. The only reason you're overwhelmed is because you have not built a big enough system around you. So get your systems in place that allow you to sell a bunch of real estate at one time. Comments. Rachel, how do you gauge motivation of sellers? By how fast they want to buy. Rachel, I'm going to the sell from a buy every time. So if I can get you to send me homes tonight, you're motivated. If I can get you in to see houses tonight, tomorrow, you're motivated. But they're not going to get motivated to sell their house and buy a house unless they are convinced that right now is the best time, and they've got to convince themselves of that. So that is your number one job, Rachel, is to help them understand that right now is the best time to buy and sell, and then help them get motivated to go look at houses. Because if you can get them into houses, get them to start looking, it's game over. The listing's cake. But get them to buy first. Next question. I've done 2 listing appointments, and the people after presenting, I could tell they were really not motivated to sell. Older people thinking about downsizing. Wrong market, Rachel. Wrong market. Get out of downsizers. You want to be in upsizers. Get into areas where they want to upsize, because if they don't upsize sooner and the prices keep going up, home prices are going to outprice people's wages 10-1. So get in markets where they're going to be upsizing. If you're getting a lot of people that are saying downsize, it's better for them to hang on to their house. Get away from the old people too. They're all set in their ways. They take a lot of time to make a decision. And so you want people that are going to move quick. You want quick transactions. The faster you sell homes, the more homes you sell, the faster you get repeat and referral clients, the faster you win people over. So those are some of the things you've got to be focused on today. Today, not tomorrow. Today's business is what you've got to be focused on. Okay, Eric, dude, I love all the comments coming in. Your door-to-door strategy is awesome. I did test it on a higher price point, and I know it works. Thanks, Eric. Eric, I know the lower price point is better in my neighborhood. In California, prices are higher. Yes, they are. So start with transition homes. I don't care if you're in California and your starter homes are $700,000. That's where you need to start. And if they're $1 million starter homes, get in those $1 million starter homes. I don't care about the price point. You need to be in starter homes where they're going to upgrade. Because if they're not going to upgrade, you're going to have a hard time getting them to downsize. Okay. What other questions? Rachel, I'd love to hear your recordings on your listing appointments. I hope you recorded those, and I'd love to be able to walk you through those. Guys, I'm telling you right now, if you're not getting coached and you're not getting help, you're not going to improve as fast as you need to. It takes one transaction to get into a year's worth of coaching. Rachel, you just closed a $700,000 deal. That's $21,000. Coaching is $1,250 a month. And guess what, guys? That one deal would have paid for a year's worth of coaching. And I'm confident and know without a doubt, if you dive into coaching and invest in yourselves, you'll sell 10 times more real estate. I have a coach. I just hired another coach today. And guess what? It's a YouTube coach. I don't know enough about YouTube, and I'm not growing as fast as I want to on YouTube. So guess what? I go hire a coach. And I'm going to get coached on how to better perform on YouTube. And that's exactly what everybody needs to be doing. Whatever you want to perform at, if you're not growing as fast as you want to grow, get with people that have done it. Let them teach you. I've had so many people just on YouTube alone that haven't hired me, that haven't got into our program, into our role play groups, that are selling real estate. Why? Because they're binge watching. They're spending hours on end building their business and educating themselves. So guys, if that's the route you want to go and you don't have the money for coaching right now, binge watch the crap out of this stuff that we put on YouTube, because we put it all out there for you to succeed. That's our biggest thing. I'm not looking for coaching clients. So when I say, hey, come join coaching, it's not because I want to keep you as a coaching client forever. I want to show you that I can win your business through leadership and through your success. And when I've done that and I've gotten you to $15 million in production, that's when I want to take you and make a leader, and I want to recruit a bunch of people underneath you. There's huge opportunities for growth. You just have to chase it. You have to get with people that want you to grow. I'm going to ask you this question. How many of your real estate agent or your brokers out there have said, hey, let me help you get to 15 million in production so I can build a team underneath you. I'll recruit the people, I'll throw them underneath you, I'll help you train them, and let's create a massive organization underneath you. If you don't have people like that are helping you to be better and sell higher real estate and to become a leader and to run an organization, you're in the wrong group, people. You need to call me today and let's help get you there. Toshimi, thank you for having the videos for us to watch. I learn so much every time. I'm so glad that you're watching them. Toshimi, it's awesome to see people. And one thing Jeremy and I love more than anything is when people text us and say, because of watching your content, I have closed another deal. Or I was able to do this. I'm getting a bunch of leads. Rachel just said, yes, I'm planning to sign up for coaching very soon. And I have been a total binge watcher of your content. Brokerage doesn't do any sales strategy. Everyone is completely shocked at my success. That is the case in 99% of the brokerages that are out there. And I'm going to ask you guys a hard question. Why are you there? Why are you with that team? Why are you with that brokerage? Why are you around people that aren't going to push you and drive you? If you can get in a program, and I'm going to tell you this, I've got guys, William, for example, brand new agent, Rachel, he's your competitor. I want you to go after him. But he's been in our program for 6 months. You're going to meet him when you join our coaching. He's done 39 transactions. He's got 11 under contract. He put 5 under contract in the last 2 weeks, and he had 3 closings in the last 2 weeks. Why? Because he's doing what we tell him to do. Guys, there's nothing that makes us more excited than to have people all the way around you producing. When you show up to the program and you don't have people under contract, guess what? It makes you feel stupid. And if you're with the average brokerage that doesn't sell a lot of real estate, that doesn't care about training, that doesn't care about leaderboards and about success, it's okay to show up to meetings and it's okay to be in that brokerage and do nothing because that's what everybody else is doing. If you want to get around a group of people where I'm expecting you to put somebody under contract every week as a bare minimum, that is going to drive your business up. Rachel just asked how many agents we have in California. I have no idea. Between coaching and our team side, probably 10. Rachel, I just started following him on Instagram, and I literally used his story to convince my husband that I should invest more in coaching. God, that's awesome. That is awesome. So guys, you've got to help people get to the next level. And that is the main focus. So I'm continually learning, continually growing. I just signed up to take a master's program because I want to get better at a lot of different things so I can teach it to my leaders. And it's going to be a master's in business creation. I want to be able to teach you how to build a business. I've built 5 businesses. I own 5 businesses. But I want to be able to teach my leaders the correct way so they don't have to learn through the hard knocks and the way I've built my businesses. They're very successful and I make great money doing it. But I want to be able to teach it. And one of the core factors that I'm learning as I go through this program is true leadership is always going to pull everybody to the top. They're going to care about what's better for their clients. They're going to care about what's better for their employees. They're going to care about their product, that it produces the best product and that everybody can benefit from it. That's what we care about here with Real D2D. We care about you guys getting the right information. We care about you guys being able to use the information that's clear. We care about you guys being able to sell more real estate. And we care about helping you guys grow into a way better situation because you've been in our program. If you're not in brokerages, if you're not with coaches that are doing that for you, please do yourself a favor and get where you need to be. Getting some amens down here, so that's great. What other questions, you guys? I just went off on a crazy rant about wanting to help you guys be better and succeed at a higher level. What other things do you guys need from me while we're taking time out of the day to be on social media and to talk about real estate, talk about struggles? Guys, the real estate market's shifting. There's a lot of agents that are going to go out of business because they're not getting commissions. They're not getting commissions on the buyer side. There's a lot of agents that are going to say, if you'll let me sell your house, I'll help you buy it for free. That's going to happen. What are you going to do to make sure you get that 3%? What are you going to make sure you're doing to get through this next 4 months, 5 months when it's slower? I've had many big months where I've shifted my focus and done different things during the winter months, because in Utah, it gets crazy cold. We're talking teens, single digits, below zero. And you have to shift your focus to where you can keep your business going. I've had 11 under contract in January. And you have to be able to get good at many different facets of real estate. It's not just about, hey, I'm a door-to-door salesman through and through. I'm going to teach you tips and tricks that are going to help you regardless. Social media is one of those. For you latecomers that are popping in there, make sure you text me for our social media course. We've spent a ton of money on developing social media. In fact, I just spent over $10,000 in the last 2 months learning how to the algorithms of ads and how to do ads and how to, coordinate those. So make sure you reach out to us, 801-243-4544. Jeremy, can you throw those links in the comments? Jeremy's going to be teaching the social media course. The dude has become an absolute beast. So Rachel, I'd love to tell you more about the master's program. It is so cool. And I share stuff with it every week. I'm going to share another thing. I've got a preceptor who's Chinese. And I love how smart Chinese people are. And she's talking to me about building forecasts and doing all this stuff on Excel. And it's way over my head. Guys, I can barely run technology at all. And I'm having to build all these formulas and hit tab F4 and create all these weird things. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is crazy and it's hard. And she says one thing to me that made me think of my door-to-door agents. She said, hard is good. I want things to be hard. I don't want things to be easy for you guys. I want you to struggle. And then she said, you know why? Because it makes your brain expand. It makes you better. It makes you have to figure it out. When you figure it out from a hard thing, that's when you win in life. Guys, door-to-door knocking's hard. That's why no one does it. But when you figure it out, that's when you can go exceed at a higher level than anything else. That's when you can dive in and make crazy amounts of money. So do hard things. Accomplish. Become a professional at your field. And make sure that you don't give up. Rachel, I want to hear about you powering through, going, hey, Duane's on my shoulder saying, I got this. 10 people in a row were mean to me. They acted like I was a peon, that I don't make any money. Rachel, another thing I want you to remember. I had a guy, this is going to be funny. I had a guy that says, why don't you go get a real job? I had a guy actually say that to me on doors. And at that point, I had cleared over $700,000 so far that year. And I wanted to say, how much do you make? And have him tell me, even if it was $100,000, say, well, I 7 times your income with my job. Rachel, you blow people away with what you've made in the last 2 months. If you continue down the path you're going, you're making $250 plus a year, and you're going to get better and sell more real estate. So have a chip on your shoulder going, I explode because of how good I am. And people can't look down on me. Look at how good I am and how successful I am. I am not a door-to-door person that you should look down on. Have that in your mindset. Have that help you remember that you are good at what you do and you make way more money than most people because you're willing to get out there and do that. So everybody on this call, if you're not getting out there and knocking 250 contacts a week, shame on you. That's the bare minimum. And get better at it and put more people under contract every week as you improve this skill set. Because if you will do hard things, that is when you're going to find a way to success that no one else can have. That's when you're going to get to where you're making multiple $1 million a year, because you can take and invest your money into other things and still have a repeat referral client base coming in. And be able to get to the next level. Guys, this should be in your mind all the time. And if it's not, get with Jeremy Davis. Dude, that guy is an absolute beast. 75 houses his first year, and he will ingrain that in you one-on-one every week to say, what? Get out there. Come on. Let's go. You can do way better than this. One of the most positive guys on the planet and most successful guys as well. So guys, be around people that are going to drive you to 100% new levels. Be around people that are going to push you and help you realize how good you really are. I loved Bing Su telling me that. I love hearing that. You should struggle. This should be hard. And I wanted to high five her and say, dang straights, it should be hard. And I'm going to conquer it. And I got this. And when I'm done with it, I'm going to be able to teach that to other people. But you have to really have the mindset that you can learn from everybody. We're reading a book right now in our coaching program and in our team. And it's called Pitch Anything. And there's a lot of strategies that I don't do, nor do I think I ever will apply. But guess what? I love the book because I'm picking out little things that I can tweak and do. And you'd think, hey guys, I'm selling a ton of real estate every year right now without having to go out and knock doors. Should I just give up? Do I need to continue to learn and grow? The answer is 100% yes. We're reading books every week, every month. I'm reading multiple books a month, even going to school full time and running a business and building an app and doing all this other crazy stuff because learning is so important. Once again, if you're not around people with those kind of mindsets, you're around the wrong people. Get with people that's going to push you up and drive you and help you be better at everything in life. One of the things I love about Jeremy is he is a huge family man. And he's constantly helping people realize how important family is and God in our lives and how we can even be better from a spiritual standpoint and from a family standpoint and how we can improve each day. That's all it's really asked of us, guys, is to improve a little bit each day. That's it. That's not too much to ask. We're not asking you to jump and be perfect at door knocking, at your worship to God, at being the perfect husband or wife or parent. We want to inspire you to be a little bit better every day. That's it. And we're doing our best to set that example for you and bringing it forward to you each day. So guys, keep going. Keep your heads up and go push a little bit harder. Go be a little bit better and set your goals that you do not let fall. Set your goals to where you are definitely not going to fall. Rachel, get out there and get 2 deals tonight. I want you to text me as soon as you get your first person looking at houses or listing appointment. Okay? I'm waiting for you. You got my cell phone number, Rachel. I want to hear from you. Okay, guys. Any other questions? We're going to wrap up. I've been on over an hour. Any last questions? You guys are awesome. We appreciate you watching. Make sure you subscribe to Jeremy's channel. Jeremy Davis, Door-to-Door Real Estate on Instagram. Find him, subscribe to his channel, comment, learn from that guy. He is absolutely amazing. And let's go build a big business together, you guys. Thanks for being on live today. And hit me up with any questions. If you want links to coaching or to the trainings we're doing, please hit me up. Phone number again is 801-243-4544. Thanks, you guys. Have a great week.